secret society of spirit worshippers. Then, and especially when you're invited there by the direction of the higher-ups in the spirit world, you never get out of there alive. And this is exactly what my friend and I were up against. We didn't know anything about. And there was a very, very popular big band leader,
jazz
band, yeah, very famous. And one night we went to one of these seances, and he was with his wife. The band leader says, he says, I want power, I go right to the source of power. And he says, how do you think that I became famous the way that I am? Well, I said, you must have had some good luck. Well, he says, there's no such thing as good luck. He says, there's either some power working for you somewhere, or you don't get ahead in this world. Not in my type of occupation. So it went from there. We got talking about spirit worship. He said the supposed spirits of the dead that you're talking about are demon spirits. They're fallen angels. They're beautiful beings.
Just set it out, just like
that.
Yeah.
I'm not talking really about backwards masking, I'm talking really about backwards messages. In fact, one way to do it, which wouldn't require demons or higher intelligences to intercede, would be just to take straight words, take 7 or 8 words in a song, and reverse them. And then when you played it backwards, you would hear those words. But when you heard it forwards, what would you hear? You'd hear something backwards. It wouldn't make sense. So when people talk about how backwards masking is done in the studio, yeah, that kind of backwards masking is done in the studio. No problem. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about when you hear music and lyrics forward, and then you hear those same lyrics backwards, and it's a message forward, and those same words are a message backwards. Okay? And we're not talking about 1 or 2 words. We're not talking about something like the cat and playing it backwards and trying to get something like tack backwards and something out of the. We're talking about sometimes over 15 words straight. We're talking on Stairway to Heaven right around 30 words. Okay? And we're not only talking about that, we're talking about a song that wasn't engineered to be heard backwards, but came right from the spirit world automatically. Okay? And then we're talking about if you wanted to make lyrics backwards on a song, you're going to mess up that song forward pretty bad, right? Well, Stairway to Heaven is the most popular song in rock and roll. So this destroys any kind of argument that comes against it. And what destroys it more is the lyric forward often has everything to do with the lyric backwards. And to take it even further, you can hear a lot of these same things on live albums backwards. Because it's the demonic spirits using these human beings. Do you understand that? So let's listen to it. Remember, first of all, that they were invoking Satan, that they got it from Satan, and listen to what you hear backwards. Forward. Your stairway lies on the whispering wind. Forward it says, and your stairway lies on the whispering wind. Backwards it says, because I live with Satan. Listen carefully. Raise your hands if you heard that. Quite clear, quite obvious. There's a lot more. Backwards it says, here's to my sweet Satan. Did you hear that? Listen carefully. It says, I want to live it backwards, like the Zep, whose power is Satan. Did you hear that? And it says, he will give you 666.
Oh, 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 you know you love not my
道理ねでは聞くが、その道理ってのを君に植え付けたのは一体誰なんだ？世界とは本来薄汚い大人の理屈で回っているものだ真実は権力者たちの思惑と建前に隠匿され、はっきりとした実像を結ぶことはまずないこの場合、お前の言う道理というものはすでに形骸化されたカスのような概念ではないのか。 そのカスのような考えを今お前の求めている真実に当てはめたところで、それは噛み合うことのないパズルだ。
一人の力などたかが知れている。ならば私は自分で守れるだけ、ほんのわずかでいい。大切なものを守ろう。
平和を知らねえガキどもと戦争を知らねえガキどもとの価値観は違う。頂点に立つ者